Hello and welcome to the Homegrown Haven. We are a four-generational family living together on an acre property in Herefordshire. It's just over a year now since we moved in, and in that time we have done major renovation works inside the bungalow. We've built a granny annex for my mother and moved her in. We're busy building a decking and seating area for a garden kitchen. In the garden itself, we have an orchard being created, and the focal point is the kitchen garden. Organic, no-dig beds, growing our own fruits and vegetables. If this interests you, join us at the Homegrown Haven for the highs, the lows, the fun, the laughter, the mistakes, and everything else in between as we forge our next year at the Homegrown Haven. Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the Homegrown Haven. Sunday morning, and yesterday was a major event in the surrounding area. It was the Orleton and District Summer Show. And when we arrived last year, we went along to the show and were very impressed. So we thought this year, or I thought this year, I might put in a few of my vegetables to the show and see how I got on. Never done it before, and it went very well, and we had a great day. I spent all day at the show helping. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and in a minute I'll show you a few clips of how it went. But like I say, it's Sunday morning, and it's all about harvesting. I actually haven't harvested any of these tomatoes for a few days, hoping to select some for the show, which I did. So today we've got to get stuck in, Cheryl and I, start harvesting, making sauces. Obviously that's not me, but yeah, lots and lots to do to capture all these fantastic crops. I think what we'll do though is we'll start by showing a few very short clips of my day at the show yesterday.
I think I'll just go plants. Olive oil. Yes. A bit of olive oil. But also they're all like this. Is that the only reason she's on that?
Well, yeah, a few very short clips. Some of my victories. So I think I put in 8 exhibits, ranging from a couple of dahlia presentations, 1 dahlia in a vase, 3 dahlias in a vase, and then all the rest were off the plot. But I got 2 firsts, a second and a third. But more importantly, and I was very shocked when they read my name out, I won the Conquer Trophy. I don't know the origins of that name. Awarded to Martin Jordan for first time trophy winner for most points, agricultural sections A, B, C and H. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And when I got the trophy, I had to hand it back because they're going to put my name on it. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the show. Cheryl couldn't come because she was taking David, Nikki, Gemma and Lexi to the airport at Heathrow for their flight back. I mean, I should have been doing that, but unfortunately the dates clashed. And being the loving, caring husband that I am, I went off to the show. Left my poor wife to drive all the way from Herefordshire to Heathrow. Anyway, I have heard from the family this morning. They're back in Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories of Canada, and they've gone to bed after 24 hours travelling. But it was a wonderful 3 weeks having them here. You know, both Cheryl and I thoroughly enjoyed having our family around us. They were fantastic company. David's done some work in the garden and in the house. Yeah, it was a fantastic 3 weeks and a fantastic day yesterday. I would say it has given me a taste for doing shows more often. Not bigger shows, but just that annual show in our local district. One lady who won in fact, I think she won 4 trophies. She had 75 items on, you know, products on display. 2 other ladies had 35 apiece, so they won an awful lot just by swamping the competition. So and I do think that some of the stuff they were growing to show, whereas I'm just growing to eat, and I just selected the best I had. So I shall have a think about it, and maybe one fella said that the reason why my runner beans was that I was growing the wrong variety. I need to grow a variety of runner bean specifically for exhibition. And I might do that next year. One that can still be eaten. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to go in next year and I'm going to put in a lot more. But I thoroughly enjoyed the day, and it was a fantastic experience. Anyway, back to the plot. The most significant job that David undertook in the garden was this pear tree. He spent a good couple of hours with a pair of loppers and a saw taking out all the dead wood. I mean, he's drastically reduced the amount of wood up there. And we'll see, you know, I'm fairly optimistic that might give the tree a reprieve. I mean, it's the only thing we could do. Remove all the dead wood, create more space, more airflow, and we'll see how the tree reacts. So this is having a reprieve mostly because it's a washing line post. But now that David's done all this fantastic work, we'll see. It's got 2 opes in it. Bob ope and no ope. Right, what else is happening? Well, on our butternut squash patch, I've got some beasts down there. The leaves are now dying back, as they do, revealing, I mean, I don't know, I've not counted them. It's got to be nearly 30 or more. What on earth do I do with all those? See if the neighbours like butternuts. Blimey. Anyway, it's a nice problem to have. And the same effect on the pumpkin patch. As the leaves die off and droop and shrivel, they reveal the harvest. And yeah, it's quite a harvest to behold. This was a surprise when it revealed itself. That is a Uchiki squash. There's a little one there, and there's another one up there. I didn't know I sowed them. Well, I didn't knowingly sow them, but they're there. And this was a yellow variety. Oh, mouse under the plastic, I think. You can still hear him moving. In fact, I've just spotted him. He's above the plastic now. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, this is a yellow variety. I don't know the name, but it's different. And just an update for Carl. I think these are chili peppers, aren't they? But they're doing okay out in the summer heat. I think they're just for show. I don't think we use them. Well, we won't use them, but they're doing okay, Carl. As are my runner strawberries. In fact, look, this is in a tiny little pot, and it's still produced quite a sizable strawberry. I don't know if I need to rethink how I use the greenhouse. It's 3 or 4 times bigger than the one I had in the last property, and we just can't use this volume of tomatoes, and we grow the plum tomatoes out on the plot for culinary sauces and soups, etc. So why am I growing this just ridiculous amount of tomatoes? I mean, look. Joel and I will have a salad tonight, but yeah, I don't know. I've got a year to think, or 7-8 months to think about it. Maybe I should grow more peppers, because we use a lot of peppers as well, and it looks like we're going to have a reasonable crop of them. Maybe I should grow more. Anyway, I'll have a think. Any suggestions for something else to grow in a greenhouse? Oh, it's another day of vegetable preparation and processing. Next on the list is carrots. Nice. Should have taken these to the show. Ooh. Those two would have won first prize. These are fantastic. Yeah, so a couple of duffers. I will definitely be doing carrots at the show next year. Definitely. I don't think any of the ones I saw on the table were as good as mine. And of course I'm biased, but I'm not a judge. Oh dear, that one's useless. Oh. And I need some of these for coleslaw, so the ones that are split will go in the coleslaw, and the ones that aren't will be chopped up into discs and frozen for the winter. Right, now I could do a couple more, I think. Yep. Yeah, I'm really pleased with these this year. Even though the mesh hasn't stayed firm, it hasn't stayed on the wood to wood contact, I have had no trouble with the carrot root, oh dear, with carrot root fly. Now, why that is, I don't know, because they could have got into these if they'd really wanted. They're about, and I know they are, because I have had a couple of carrots with some obvious carrot root fly damage, but not many. So the system is working, whatever the reason. Right, that will do for today. Yeah, really happy with that. Well, anytime you see me in the garden taking all the glory, there's a little lady up in the kitchen who's doing all the wonderful things with the produce I grow. Of course, I can now say the award-winning produce I grow. So what have you done, just as an example, what have you made today, since you got up? Bearing in mind it's about, well, it's 3 o'clock.
Tomato pasta sauce.
How many?
2.
Okay. That will feed how many?
8.
Right.
Coleslaw. Half potato salad.
Half a potato salad?
Yeah, the potatoes are cooked, but they're not. They're cooling
okay.
down. What else have I made? I've cooked beetroot. I've cooked beetroot and I've processed carrots for the freezer and chopped a load, about 4 bags, big bags of just tomatoes for winter time for soups and sauces in the winter.
Right, and would it be right for me to say that this...
I'm chained to here. See, I'm glued.
Would I be right in saying that this is your favourite activity?
Love it.
It will be nice in the winter when we have all those ready-made meals, won't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, get back to work. Slave.
Always.
Well, the end of another episode. Fantastic harvests. Another great week. As I speak, Nikki, David, Gemma and Lexi are now back in Yellowknife. So I'm glad they had a good journey. Charlotte's away with George, seeing a friend. Carl's in the Falklands. So Cheryl and I got the place to ourselves, apart from Mother. But yeah, it's going very well. I really enjoyed the show. It was a fascinating insight into a little piece of England that I absolutely love, and I'm going to give it a lot more effort and focus next year. I mean, hopefully Carl will be around this time next year, and I know he would love to be involved in that. So thank you for watching, thanks for joining us, and all being well, we'll see you next week. Look after yourselves, take care, bye for now.